what do you think he'll say? He's not. He's going to say, obviously, congratulations first off, but surely you are a fool. It's got to follow that.
Sure.
Because the crowd were really on the edge of their seats thinking, right, something big happening. And it's like somebody did just burst that balloon. Wasn't quite as good as we hoped it might be. Anyway, this will be everything and more we hope it will be. It never lets us down. Well, I've never seen a bad 4x2 at this standard ever. And I don't expect to see one here. Sweden, Netherlands, Italy, Russia, Great Britain, Germany, France and Spain. The powerhouses of freestyle swimming all in this field. What more could you want for?
If I remember, back in 2016, the London Europeans, there were 4 teams separated by less than half a second at the final turn. So amazing race that folded out in 4x200 meters. And we expect something similar. Of course, Russia and Great Britain a little bit.
Now, who are these likely lads? Callum Jarvis and Duncan Scott and James Guy in there. And not to forget Tom Dean, who had a very, very good swim earlier on today. That's the quartet that Great Britain hope will bring them to victory. But this is the quartet I think they're going to have to beat if they want to get first place. Easthoff's looking brilliant at the moment. He goes on the 3rd leg, but that's the 8. Now, the European record is 6:59.15. The championship record I could see going actually 7:06.71. That could easily go tonight.
And one more thing, you should never rule out the Germans in the relays.
Have you got German blood in you or something? You say
not
this
really.
all the time.
Come on, who won yesterday in the 4x200 mixed relay?
Absolutely.
It was the Germans.
Yeah, quite.
No one really expected them to medal at least, and then they won.
Well, they've got their top quartet, as indeed have Sweden. I think we can probably discount them, but Italy, no. Russia, no. Great Britain, no. Germany, no. France, no. I think it's probably going to come the medals between 2 and 7. The outside smokers probably won't get a look in. They might have a little glimpse occasionally, but this is DQs. Callum Jarvis to lead off for Great Britain. Got Fischer for Russia, Proietti for Italy, and Veerling for Germany. Right, let's call it early and see how it looks.
So Bakovicev, the early leader, will rule out the Dutch up in lane 2. Kyle Stolk being the first swimmer, very strong in the first 50 meters. That is Germany with Damian Veerling.
France in 2nd place, Great Britain in 3rd, Russia in 4. It's a bit like unwinding a toilet roll. You're never going to get to the main part for quite some time, so nothing much is happening right now.
But I will count how many times the lead changes. So it was Germany at the first turn.
Yeah, Germany at the first turn. Are they still leading now? No, they're not.
Russia.
Russia leading after the first 100. And now Netherlands are 2nd. France a 3rd, Great Britain a 4th, Italy a 5th. Of course, it will change with 3 different swimmers. It's bound to change as well. But even within this 200, it's changing all the time. As we see quite a strong reaction from Kyle Stolk of the Netherlands in lane number 2. And is he going to get to the front of the field? Not quite, but very nearly. 3 100s between Russia and the Netherlands. And Callum Jarvis has moved up from 4th to 3rd.
And it is time for him to get as close as possible to Russia's Mikhail Bakovicev in the final 15 meters. It is still Russia up in front, Great Britain coming into 2nd position.
And he's right onto his trunk, so there's nothing between them. Russia, Great Britain separated by about half a second in the end. 3rd, Spain. 4, Italy. 5, the Netherlands, who's not making much of a progress. Sweden at the moment. And for the Russians now, Malyutin up against Duncan Scott. He will get home support, that's for certain.
You mean Malyutin?
No, I don't think he will. I think Mr. Scott might, on the back of a silver medal earlier, and the fact that he is a boy from around these parts.
Still Russia ahead of Great Britain and Italy with Filippo Meggi. Those three pulling away from the pack.
Yeah, end of this 100, and Duncan Scott with those red or maroon trunks is in third place. But look, there's nothing between them, is there? The top three separated by 0.35 of a second. Duncan Scott now coming into his stroke and matching Maliutin every single stroke, and Megli right there as well. It looks like this three at the moment are broken away from the rest of the pack.
Absolutely. Of course, 4x200 meters, a lot to come. 500 meters or 450. So let's not rule out someone from the outer lanes, but now it seems that Great Britain, Russia and Italy is going to fight this off.
Duncan Scott going to the other side of the lane, making sure there's no wash from the Russians. Making sure he's got plenty of clear water, and indeed he has. He's giving himself a bit of a chance. The Italians moving up into second place, Russia in third. Next for Great Britain, it'll be the younger member of the team, Tom Dean, will take over. Isatov, what a man he's got to face here for the Russians. And as far as Italy are concerned, it's Chiampi in there, and all three of them still separated by no distance whatsoever.
Huge task for Thomas Dean to hold off Daniel Isatov, who's going to be very strong in the first 100 meters. I'm sure that he would try to catch the Briton as soon as possible, and he does.
Well, off that turn, he had the better turn of the two. Dean just fell a little bit behind. He needs to hang in here. As long as he can give a bit of a lead to James Guy, then James Guy can bring it home. We know how quickly he can come back in the 200 free, but he's got to be in sight of the Russian, or else they're going to go on and win this. But the top three still nothing between them at all. We are talking about just over half a second between Russia, Great Britain and Italy in that order.
The question is, can Isatov hold on to his lead? Because right now he's rather a 100-meter swimmer than a 200-meter swimmer. He used to be very good in the 200 meters. But look at that. Thomas Dean getting close to him. Turning first.
5:15 100ths of a second and 13 100ths behind as Chiampi. This is a terrific swim by Tom Dean. I'm going to tell you, he's the rookie, if you like, on this team, but he doesn't look like a rookie here. He's taking on Isatov. Watch out for the flying Italian, though, in lane 3. Chiampi is coming through, but can the Great Britain team lead into the last leg? Yes, they can, and Tom Dean will hand over to James Guy. Is it clean? That's a big question. It is. All of them so far. No worries in that respect for Great Britain.
So from here on, it is an easy job for James Guy to bring it home. I think he expected, especially at the 500-meter mark, that he will have to catch up with the Russian. No, he is in front. By almost 1 full second.
He loves these situations, and of course he relinquished his chance of getting a medal in the 200 butterfly to put all his eggs in this basket and to be part of a team that goes on to win gold. He hasn't claimed it yet, but look at the gap. This is the biggest gap we've seen in the race so far. And provided he doesn't blow up, he's got a body length and a half advantage now at the last 100 split, with Kovalchuk in second place, Zuin in third. Should be James Guy to bring it home.
So the lead extending over the second 50 meters of these final leg in the 4x200. James Guy, a good body length over the Russian. And I think Italy is out of the race for the gold medal as of now.
A second or more advantage. Can James Guy hold on to it? Kovalchuk in second place, Zuin in third place, James Guy putting everything in, the Russian putting everything in, the crowd roaring, cheering. Here he comes. James Guy is going to take the 4x200 meters freestyle relay for Great Britain, and it's a new championship record to Kovalchuk in third place for second place for Russia, third place for Zuin of Italy. So he is justified. validated his decision to say, I'll skip the 200 fly. It's the 4x2 for me. Championship record, gold medal, Great Britain.
The Russians also under the old European Championship record from 2010. But it's not enough for gold.
And you're not number one either. Well, of course, we've got to wait for everything to reverse, and it has all the time to come in, so there's no worries about DQs. And, well, Great Britain, we know how good they are on the world stage. We saw that at the Olympics in Rio. Well, they are the European champions.
And probably they will be the team to beat in Tokyo 2020.
Very, very likely. Although US and Australia always come up with good quartets. Of course, we know Russia will still be in the mix like they were today. But in the end, that was a comfortable distance between 1 and 2. It didn't look like it was going to be. It looked like it might go down to a last 15 meters or so. But that was pretty much won by Great Britain coming into the last 50.
Only 4 changes of lead. So I expected, to be honest, a little bit more. But in the end, it was an easy win for Great Britain.
We look at the splits for 145.6 and a 145.4 for Duncan Scott.
The fastest in the field was Filippo Maggi of Italy with another 145.4.
Well, James Guy has changed his program around. The 400 is no longer part of it. It's the 200 free, it's the 100 fly, it's the 200 fly, and of course it's the relays as well. So that takes up quite a bit of his time these days. 4x2 and the medley relay as well. That's quite an understated reaction from James, got to be honest. It could be a bit more...
He has absolutely no energy.
No, I'm sure he doesn't, even though obviously he only did one race where he could have done 2, but good job. New championship record for Great Britain, 7:05.32, Russia 7:06.66. Then Italy just coming about second behind the Russians.